People can't do that to other people. I don't understand how somebody could have a license to steal and cheat like that and get away with it. I mean, the government ought to shut them down. I mean, that's not right. That's highway robbery. We was looking for a motor home, so we went to Chelsea, Michigan, because they had access around the United States or different motorhomes. Because we told him what we was looking for. So he got on a computer and started looking around and found one in Nashville, Tennessee. So he called them and talked to them, and the way they talked, it was exactly what we was looking for, a reliable motorhome.
We were going to trade we already had one that we were going to trade in. We were looking for a Class A versus the Class B we had.
So then we went down there because they said it was everything that we was looking for, and we got down there and didn't really get a chance to try it out. We got there about noon, and it was 4:30 before we got a chance to get in and look at it, and they closed at 6 on New Year's Eve. So we didn't really get a chance to even look at it.
Or drive it.
Or drive it. And then we got, and the check engine light was on when I took off out of the parking lot, and we're still dealing with that. Still haven't got it fixed. And we called and wanted our other one back the next day, and they refused to give it back to us. And I'm pretty sure that we were supposed to have had the right to have that back. They wouldn't give it back to us. So we've been dealing with them all the way through, lied and cheated all the way through. We just still dealing with it. And if we hadn't bought the extra $11,000 worth of insurance we bought, we'd still been broke, and we still are broke. We're still waiting to get the turbo fixed on it.
And we were supposed to be in Arizona the 1st of January. That should have been a good enough motorhome where we could have just took off and left.
We had all our clothes and everything we took down with us in the other one, put in this one. We was going to take right off and go. Instead, we're stuck in Michigan all winter long. They had the ability, different camping worlds all around the United States, and they could find what we were looking for. The little shop we wanted to buy from, we looking at over here by us. Well, they're just a small mom and pop shop, and they didn't have the different kinds of motorhomes that we were looking for. So we had to go to them where we could travel around the United States to find a motorhome that we wanted. And that's what we was hoping to get. But
we were willing to travel to get the motorhome.
Willing to travel. But then we find out you can't trust them, so we should better off just waiting. They won't even answer my calls. I call and call, and I call corporate, and they give me a case number and people I'm supposed to talk to, and they won't even answer your phone calls. They won't return the calls, so they don't plan on doing nothing out of it. I mean, I've been calling for
since we got home, January.
Since we've been home, calling, complaining about it, and just nothing getting done. Well, we stuck about $5,500 out of our pocket that we didn't have to put into it to get the thing where it's at already. And I would like reimbursement for money we had to stick into it in time that we got stuck here in Michigan all winter long.
I have a plate in my knee because I had broke it, and cold weather really, really irritates it. I mean, I hurt and pain bad. That's why we go to Arizona or someplace like that, so the pain's not so bad. But of course, because the motorhome was such a basket case, we couldn't go. We were stuck here. And then they were going to fix the furnace. They were going to fix the furnace. Well, the last time we went down there, on our way home, the damn furnace caught on fire. They were supposed to replace it. They said they were going to replace it. We had already made 5 trips there, and they still hadn't replaced it. They kept, like doing repairs to it. We're not going to go back down. That was in Chelsea, right?
Chelsea.
Chelsea was doing the repairs. Everything they have repaired wasn't right. Something, when they did it, something else went, wrong.
We ended up taking it to a shop over here by us, and it cost me almost $500 again out of my pocket to get this furnace fixed. That they were supposed to have it fixed.
They were supposed to replace it.
They were supposed to have it fixed. They shouldn't be able to sell junk like that. I mean, if it's not roadworthy or it's not what you say it is, why make us make the trip all the way from Michigan when you know we're coming down to buy it? And we looked at online and everything, and they hid everything that was wrong with it.
What was wrong?
You can't see online. But when we get down there to see it, they kind of walk us through and walk us by stuff that you want to look at. So they pretty much hide it. And by the time you sign the papers, you're screwed. You're out the door. We're fixing it right now. We're fixing it. But if it hadn't been for that expensive insurance, $11,000 worth of insurance, we would have been messed up. I mean, we wouldn't have been able to get it fixed. That turbo, that there's like a $13,000 fix. That's the next thing that needs to be done. And that's the only reason they sell that junk is because they push that insurance. And if they hadn't had the insurance, I don't know what we've done. Yeah. That's $100 and some a month just for that insurance. Stay away. Stay away. Stay clear. Definitely.
Turn around.
The repair, that's another thing. We took our motor home down there to have Chelsea when they was working on it and stuff. They winterized it. Well, I go to put water in it and everything, get ready for the spring here yesterday. And they took all the water lines off from it when they winterized it, never put that stuff back on. So I had to go out and buy new to put it on there just so I could hook the water up in the motorhome. Now, why would you take that stuff out of there? Take the O-rings out of the shower and stuff. Why would you do that? Just to mess with people. Only thing they're doing that for.
Or they kept the power cord that you.
Yeah, they kept the power cord too. And if I hadn't went back down there to get the furnace fixed, I never would have got my power cord back.